Alright, welcome back, IB Economics students, to this video lecture. In this video lecture, we'll be going over profit daring. We'll be going over supernormal profit, normal profit, or sometimes called abnormal profit, as well as subnormal profit. Alright, first things first, what is profit? Okay, profit. So there is an economic definition of profit. So profit is the total revenue minus the total cost. Okay, so that's the formula for profit. However, within profit, so within a total cost, it includes both the physical cost as well as the implicit cost. Now, what are physical costs versus implicit costs? So physical cost refers to the actual cost. You know, the rent, the salary, the money paid on buying food and material and stuff. See, that's the physical cost. That of which is calculated by the total fixed cost plus the total variable cost. That's the total. That's the physical cost. Implicit cost refers to opportunities cost. Okay, so opportunity cost refers to things that you may have been doing otherwise. So, for example, an entrepreneur, he starts a business, but then he has to give up something to start a business. So he gave up his job, paying $60,000 a year to start a business. So so let's say he was making $60,000 a year. He gave up his job and made $50,000 a year, making a new business. Now, accountant may say that he made $50,000 a year by starting his business. However, an economist will look at this and say he actually lost $10,000 a year by being an entrepreneur, because the opportunity cost is the loss of $60,000, whereas he only made back $50,000. So I hope that makes a bit of sense. So this is one of the differentiating factors between economists and accountants. So economists consider both implicit and explicit costs, while accountants only consider explicit costs. Okay, so this is the basically a summary of what costs are and what is considered under a cost. Right. Now that we have this down, why don't we graph a few things? Why don't we graph what does supernormal profit look like, and what does normal profit look like, as well as what does subnormal profit look like? So let me give some definitions first. So supernormal profit refers to when profit is greater than costs, therefore the firm is making money. Okay, so that's what supernormal profit is. When profits are greater than costs, therefore the firm is making money. Okay. Now the second thing is break even. Break even basically means the profits equals costs. Therefore, the firm is just breaking even. Okay, so that's the break even. And thirdly, what we have are what we call subnormal profits. Subnormal profits. So subnormal profits refers to when costs exceed profits. This is when the firm is actually losing money. Okay. So these are very like theoretical stuff, not really theoretical, they're really practical. So I really imagine this happening in real life. So then economists, we really like to put things into graphs, right? We really like to we really like to be able to illustrate concepts, be able to illustrate theories, be able to illustrate events happening through graphs. So then how do we illustrate, let's say, supernormal profit? Okay, the first thing, supernormal profit. Now the first thing is we do the average total cost. Okay, so this is the average total cost. Now, if you don't know why the average total cost line looks like this, be sure to refer to our videos in the past. Okay, we've gone over the calculations of average total cost, as well as what they look like and how to graphic. Okay, the second thing we want to draw is the marginal cost. Now, of course, marginal cost is twice as steep as the average total cost. Okay, so that's the average total cost, and that's the marginal cost. Now, I'm going to label this really fast. So the average total cost and the marginal cost are right here. So the average total cost, of course, goes down over time, and the marginal cost, of course, goes down over time as well. Remember that marginal cost can be negative. However, in this for sake of simplicity, I will not be drawing a marginal cost when it is being negative. Now, the next thing we want to do is draw the average total is draw the ATC curve. My mistake. This is the demand curve. Okay, the demand curve shifts downwards because of the law of demand. At higher prices, quantity demand is lower. At lower prices, quantity demand is higher. The next thing we want to draw is the average total cost curve. Okay, so the average total cost curve looks something like this, right? Okay, now that we have our major curves, the next thing we have to do is our marginal cost curve. Now, what does our marginal cost curve look like? Of course, it intersects ATC at its lowest point, and it goes up like that. Okay, very good, very good, very good. So now that we have these things down, let me extend the marginal cost a little bit further. Get you down, get you around here. Get you. Okay. Now it is important to ensure that to make sure that you know the marginal cost curve or the marginal cost curve is intersecting the ATC at its lowest point. Okay. So this is the average total cost, ATC. Okay. So when we look at curves like these, we look at when we look at curves like these, we look at when MC equals MR. Okay, MC, marginal cost, intersects marginal revenue. Why is that? MC equals MR is the point at which profit maximization is reached. Profit maximization, and firms are profit maximizers. Therefore, firms produce at the quantity at which MC equals MR. Okay, so then what we do, okay, so we do is we link the MC equals MR curve to the demand curve. Okay, and we link it to the price. That's not a straight line. And we link it to the price. There you go. So, from these linkage, we can see that this entire section, I'm going to make it green. This entire section refers to supernormal profits. Because the total cost, the average total cost curve right here, this average total cost curve, this one I am moving right here, average total cost curve is below the marginal cost. Therefore, because average total cost is below marginal cost, a supernormal profit is occurring, okay? So therefore, we can see supernormal profits occurring when the average total cost is below the marginal cost, okay? Now, what does this look like when a firm is breaking even? When a firm is breaking even, there you go. When a firm is breaking even, the marginal cost equals the average total cost. Therefore, this is what it looks like when we connect the MC equals MR point to the ATC, which is also the demand. We will get this, all right? Therefore, there is absolutely no room for supernormal profits. But then there is also no room for subnormal profits, okay? Because the ATC point, the ATC curve right here, touches the demand curve at which the point in which MR intersects MC is linked to. Therefore, this is where supernormal profits do not occur, nor does subnormal profits occur. This is a point at which break-even points are met, okay? Now, let's take it a step further. What happens when subnormal profits are occurring? When subnormal profits are occurring, the average total cost is much higher. Okay, so at a point at which average total cost is so high, the cost of operation is much higher than the cost for than the profits that the firm is ranking in. Therefore, this box right here that I am illustrating, this box right here shows the losses that a firm is suffering directly because of supernormal profits. So I'm going to put the border color as red. So the red box right here illustrates the losses the firm is experiencing when in line with the subnormal profit. Okay, when subnormal profits are occurring, this is what is occurring, and this is the amount of subnormal profits or the amount of losses the firm is experiencing when the average total cost is so much higher than the average revenue or the revenue being here. So I hope this video is helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.